modeled after anything, or is this the first thing?
Yes, there's several in existence that I've personally visited, and I've visited a lot across the whole country, and I also, you know, have a real good idea of exactly what I want to do based on taking pieces from different situations. And yeah, I mean, this might look like a huge group, but there's other ones that have 3,000 members, you know. So actually, that's a DVD. We're going to show some DVDs that will help people. Uh-oh, I missed. Oh, there he is. Help people understand the concept.
Now you got your
That's crazy.
Smile for the camera.
You know, there's a family of baby ducks that just hatched. There's 6 little babies that were born on that island.
What fun.
But he mowed the island, and now he doesn't know if they went somewhere else.
Yeah, he said he might have done too much maintenance.
Oh, you know what? I've got...
Is it bad manners to eat directly out of
Yeah. You'll be on video and we'll all see it close up after we put all our videos together. I forgot to put my spoon out. I hope... Okay, you found a spoon. Boy, my mother is missing some good food. She's way into these vegetarian potlucks, but she's in Jamaica.
She's in Jamaica?
They went on eBay and, you know, bid for a trip and they won.
Oh, right on. Where is she going in Jamaica?
I'm not exactly sure, but she loves these things. Okay, now she's going to hear me because this is going to be a public video. Feel free to wave if you want. We're trying to document the process so we can help others.
That's a good thing.
Hey, there's a willing... Okay, that's... Taylor, is that a new look for you?
I can't believe he ate the whole thing.
Oh, what was it? That's a salad you made?
Yeah. So you want to
Wow,
try
more than one ingredient.
it? Come here and try it. It's so
You've
good.
got more than one ingredient in there.
Yeah.
Did you change?
There's 4 ingredients.
My goodness.
You're really
Come
living
try
on
this,
the
dude.
edge.
It's so good.
All right, I
Tomato,
will.
mango dressing,
Excellent.
chopped peaches.
All right, I'm just gonna pan one more time and then I'll be right
All
there.
right.
Okay, we've got a willing... Hey, do you have a name tag on? I don't see a name tag. Oh, there it is. You didn't put your last name.
Well, that's true.
Okay. All right. Anybody who wants to be...
It is really good.
That always happens.
Okay.
There's something down here that needs to be cut.
Don't lean over the side.
Look at that. Kids playing. What a concept.
Now, see, Sammy knows how to
God
kayak.
bless him. He got something going.
We're looking for those baby ducks, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're on.
CSA.
I think they're...
Do you guys compost? Isn't it? I'm so excited. I'm just so excited because this is what I want in my life too.
Hey, say that on the video.
Compost in the backyard.
Oh yeah, get that on the
Well, I feel like it's a win for me. I'm just like, wow, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's something I've been wanting to attract in my life too, and I was putting some energy into attracting. I'm like, wow, here's what came. Wait, there's a sign up sheet just for what I'm looking for. So yeah, woo!
I should. I'll interview people. You know.
With city of your means you have to pay. People are relating to that, and the more people are getting into it, the more people are sharing and understanding, and we're all helping each other grow and evolve. Oh, sugar.
Doug said in a seminar recently, there's pockets of enlightened people all over the world, and we're just not connected. And it's this kind of stuff that is going to connect us.
That's exciting.
You know, we have to wake up. I can't let corporations and whatever.
You know what?
We're seeing the job they're doing. We're seeing what's happening. We've got to take the power back in our own hands and do it in a very methodical, correct way. You know, we have to make our I think I got it. This is where it's all about.
I agree with you. I know I've been aware about the chemicals and things, but sometimes like one person, it's like, how do I make a difference, or how do I start changing? And then you hear things, you start getting together with people, and I love that you're saying about there's other pockets of people.
When it talks about bartering skills, I put
Yeah, you caught our attention.
services that I should have put if anybody needs that.
I just want to overhear some conversation, so don't stop talking.
No, we're trying to figure out what Scott's God-given talent
Oh.
is. That's a
get-
stress.
At least so we can put on paper.
Right.
Hey, you could put beer keg meister. We do know you are a master.
Maybe we should plant beer hops.
I think.
Oh, you know what? They collect beer hops from Orlando, and
Yeah, I
that's
know.
part
They're
of the
using
mulch.
that. I know.
Yeah, it's the fertilizer.
Yeah.
No,
We were
I
thinking
think
about
we
growing
could
them.
make some organic
And
cider.
we could brew our own. We could, you know.
We can have a restaurant, I think, like in a year. After we get this part down, then we'll make these healthy, great food recipes and, have a little building. That's the
Do you have any
goal
idea
after
what
this
running
year.
a restaurant is like?
No, but you know what? I asked
me.
people though that do have experience. They were on my survey questions, and it wouldn't be me running it. I just have some recipes.
Just do this once a month.
Yeah, just do this once a month. Once a month. All right. Yeah, we're planning to do it more than every other month. So between once a month and every 6 weeks.
Well, you know, if you actually, you could do a work day. And have this at the end of the work day.
Yeah, except then the food wouldn't stay.
Well, not everybody's going to work,
Oh,
but you might get a bigger turnout for a work day.
that's true. Yeah, for big group work days.
Yeah.
Good idea. All right, you know what? This is helping me get to know people. Do you have anything you want to say? We're documenting this.
We brought some Sierra Nevada out,
Oh, okay.
which we just picked up, and it turns out that they are, turning their facility into almost 100% solar powered. So, at the end they'll be 100% solar power based.
Really?
Their beer solar powered.
I like that cooler.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Cheryl?
I'm with them.
Okay, this is like one of those wedding videos, right?
Yeah.
All right, hello. We're just trying to get, conversations. I'm just spying on
There was
people.
no smoke coming out from the fire.
He's talking about the big fire ceremony.
Oh, so you did have something to say.
No.
Ellen, anything you want to say?
Susan is going to get pictures of all of us eating.
Yeah, right, every time. I don't think I videotaped last time, did I?
Then,
Back to Eden.
then we started.
I'm going to, we have so much to do today.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Just keep talking. I'm just trying to get natural conversation.
They came up, it was like, here, Mom. You get skinny. But they're tall.
How long have you seen it?
We don't
years.
Just pretend I'm not here.
You should have taken like 3 or 4 shots of this bowl. Started up like here. Just go.
I had some salad and it tasted familiar. I bet it was yours.
Oh, today?
The first one?
No, today I brought potato salad.
Did you?
It's loaded with garlic
Maybe it's
and
someone
red
you-
onions and scallions and apple cider vinegar and olive oil.
Maybe it's a disciple. You made this salad taste like
It probably was. Because it tasted like how you used to do with the Hershey's and cider vinegar.
Yeah, and I put arugula in there and scallions. All right.
Alright, so
The things that are listed
Keep talking.
Yes, I did. All organic there. All organic.
I'm just, you know, just pretend I'm not here. If you have anything you want to, if you're talking about anything related, I'm just, you know, collecting it on video.
When are you actually going to start planting?
See, there we go. Planting?
The seeds.
Probably at the end of September, after the heat. Our season in Florida is from October to June, and the rest of the country it's from June to October.
So what will be our first harvest?
When will it be?
Yeah.
It takes. They're saying about a month after we first plant seed, and we're figuring on a 30-week harvest season. So the $15 is based on 30 weeks of receiving vegetables.
So we'll continuously be planting seeds to
Yeah.
keep it coming every
Staggering. Yep.
And how many different vegetables?
A lot. Did you fill out that vegetable survey questionnaire?
No.
Did you fill out a membership agreement? Oh, you did? Are you planning to join, or you're one of the new?
No, I
Okay.
am. Yeah, I'll come talk to you.
All right, yeah, over there's a form, and one of the pages is your preferences in vegetables.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll have to, it's over there on that table.
All right.
When you get a chance. Good questions. All right. Any questions? Well, the harvest season is based on the temperature. So after the hurricane season is when the temperature starts.
no, I mean, how long?
Oh, till June.
Till June.
Yeah.
Plant arugula.
Oh, absolutely. I put arugula in my potato salad over there. Oh, I love arugula.
Plant broccoli rabe.
Did you fill out the vegetable?
I did. I put
Okay.
that out.
Yeah, right. No, I'm way into arugula.
Plant herbs.
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna do the herb garden, which today there's people who've never been here before.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a tour for, not everybody has to go on it if they don't want to see it again, but we do have new information, like where the herbs are gonna be planted is gonna be around that house over there. And we're gonna show everybody like the trees and what they are that are in here. This is gonna be our permaculture section around that pond.
looks like there's a few in there.
And we're going to fill all that in. That's going to be like a forest garden that keeps reproducing itself. Way over there. You can't see it on here now, but because we're doing different types of gardening. We want to do not just barely the traditional. We'll do the traditional until the other stuff gets going.
So will your first harvest, you think, be lettuce? That's usually first, or peas?
Yeah, and are you good with planting?
I don't know, not in Florida.
Okay.
I am in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, I was just up in New Jersey actually. That's where I just came back 2 days ago. Yeah, we'll look at the seasons and when everything should be planted, and whatever can grow will definitely grow when it can grow. Did you have any questions, Robert?
I think you pretty well answered them.
But we're going to do the tour, and we're making a documentary because we want to show how it all began and
How many members are you?
and we'll count them after today. Today was like the final. Let's find out who's for sure joining.
Are you closing it off at a certain number? Or are you just...
No, it's not limited on number because there's plenty of land. There's unlimited land.
How much land do they have on this farm?
20 acres.
20 acres.
You don't want 20 acres.
Yeah.
You don't want that much.
Okay, so Let me just go along here. Do you guys have any personal questions? I'm gonna give a tour. And oh, that's right. Never mind.
She's gonna help me. So, because I didn't realize you could share.
Oh yeah.
And I think it'll be nice.
Okay, so then, great. Excellent. I'm still going to give that little talk I mentioned. I'm just, you know, this way actually I'm getting to talk to everybody one-on-one. Hi. Did you have any questions?
No, but we're looking forward to the first seedlings coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
and we're ready to help.
That's right. Great. I'm going to give a talk in a minute here. Hi.
Hello. This is Savannah.
Oh, hi. You're together?
This
all right.
is granddaughter.
Oh, all right. Are you going to be helping us?
Maybe.
Great.
When Mimi has
there's so many things for kids to do here with, I don't know if you're interested, but with the animals even, milking the goats or getting the eggs from the chickens, and then they need to be, there's 16 dozen eggs a day, and they get collected and washed and put into the cartons, and that's what some of the kids are already like saying, I want, you know, this day or that day, but I guess I'll put out who's ever interested in that and split it up, you know, instead of saying only 7 kids because there's 7 days, you know, maybe so if you're interested in that, you know, keep an eye on that email. That'll be coming soon.
Oh,
or the goats even, you know, like if you want to, if you want to milk the goats or feed any of the animals, we're going to get the animals involved.
Oh, great.
Hi, did you guys have any questions or I'll be addressing the group as a whole, but this is kind of individual. Anything?
She has a question. How many chickens do you have?
How many chickens? There's 250 chickens, and they produce right now 16 dozen eggs a day. So, you know, I was just telling them, the kids love collecting the eggs and washing them. They need to be washed, and then they put them in the cartons, and they're all fighting over that job. So I'll put it out in an email, which I haven't done yet, and see how many want that job. And there's other jobs like animal related for kids, but also, you know, the gardening once that gets going.
Coaching the kids in the.
All right.
My son wanted to know if we were going to plant the garden now.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Well, we did plant, see the fruit trees, which we'll go around and show you what they are. This is the time to plant them. Like the beginning of the rainy season, it's a great time to do that, or during the rainy season, you know, less watering that you have to do, and they thrive. We got a lot of tropical trees because this area has just moved up a zone in the tropical zone of what can be planted. It used to be a 9B and now it's a 10A. So as global warming, I guess, happens, you know, yes, did you hear a hot topic?
Yeah, is that what it was? Global warming, so we moved up a zone?
Notch. Yes, we're up a zone, and it's going to continue. Probably in less than 10 years we'll be up another zone. So what we've done is we've planted a lot of tropical trees that used to not be able to grow here, but we're now on that borderline of things that are growing in Homestead and Miami. You know, so we have a couple which we'll show you. We'll get going on that soon. I'm just trying to do the one-on-one. Judy, hey, you're from Indian-Atlantic, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, I think, do you know Yvonne too? Yvonne, so I think she might have come and been from that area.
She's from Indian-Atlantic?
I think so. But did you get a ride? Oh, those people didn't come?
Yeah, no. I ride with 3 other people today. That way you gave me.
She's here?
Yes.
Where is she?
Yeah, she's over there by the table.
On the table?
Orange t-shirt. She's talking to someone.
On the table?
Yeah, on the table.
Okay, I'll have to...
Yeah, that's why last night I got your email. I was so excited.
Oh, good. You're the one who signed up for the carpool, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So I called her right away, and then I asked her if she would come. She said, you know, we have 4 people, 2 of her neighbors came, and me.
Yeah, and the woman from Appleseed?
She didn't come.
Okay, well, she said she might be hard to get a hold of with this short notice. She just found out about this yesterday.
She said she wanted to come. That's why she lives further than us.
Yes.
I hope she can come. So please come.
Yeah. All right. Well, excellent. I'm glad that she just called and left me a message. So great. So, did you have any questions? I'm going to do like a group thing, but...
That's what I was wondering, because I have a lot of questions.
Oh, you do? Is there anything you want to ask now? Just a couple?
No, I think it was, I mean, I know I'm on camera and all. I wish I had something,
Okay.
apropos to say at this moment.
No, you don't have a question though? One?
My question was like, how much were the shares? But but it's
$15 a week.
well, like by how much food?
Oh,
A
how
big
much
variable.
food?
Yeah.
The goal is absolutely to more than give you $15 worth of
Sure.
food.
Of course.
Yeah, so after this, we're going to have all the numbers of how many members that we have, and then we'll be able to, figure out how much, based on the vegetable surveys, who wants more of whatever and whatever, and then gets into the tricky part of planning the planting, which has to be in stages, so that like we always have lettuce coming up, as mature crops are there, new crops are being planted, and keep all that going. But it will be done, and that's, so first we'll go through how many varieties of what do we want to plant, and in the right time frame, what month and all that, and then just staggering it based on how many people, and really planning to probably double that, give you, it's hard to say at this point.
Value. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely give you great value. Absolutely, that is absolutely the goal.
Wow. That's
So,
why we're here, yeah.
Yeah.
You're the only kids that didn't get on?
Hey.
Didn't get on this yet.
All right.
Did I ask you last time I talked to you? Is there a This is different. This is a side. You're an iridologist, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Besides that, I like.
I'm a master herbalist.
Wow,
Too.
an iridologist. And I'm looking for polarity therapy specialist. Do you know anyone who does polarity?
What?
Anywhere?
You mean not biofeedback?
No, more like kind of
Ayurvedic?
No, it's energetic, but it's hands off. You kind of just use the energetic currents going up and down.
I know the most awesome lady that you should meet, and I told her to come here, but her name's Marcia Bullington. She's in Vero.
She's in Vero, cool. Okay.
Right behind Calista Hais. What's that Mexican restaurant? Hais? I don't know. That Mexican restaurant on 20th and sort of near downtown. I forget the name of it.
Behind a Mexican restaurant.
But yeah, she's just got a single office building, but absolutely. I'll give you her name. Okay. So email me that, remind me, and I'll give it to you.
I'm tired of
All right.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah, she's.
I'm tired.
Okay, did you guys have any questions? And I'm going to give like a group talk, and we're going to do a tour on the new stuff that's happening. But if you want any individual questions answered, do you have anything?
Not right now.
No? Okay. All right, any comments you want to say or anything?
Food was great.
Oh, good. I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how often do you want to do these potlucks?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, this is the first time.
Every week? Well, you know what? A restaurant is in the future, I think, or maybe this is good enough.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Over by the store.
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
It would be really cool, like to have something outside.
There's not one restaurant that I'm happy with in this town, in Vero, and definitely not in Sebastian. I don't know. Melbourne used to have some, but yeah, nobody is up to the standards I want it to be. So, yeah. So what did you say? She said weekly. What were your thoughts on the potlucks?
Well, this is the first time I came.
Oh, okay.
Great, so
Like
whenever you have
monthly?
another one, I'll come.
Well, we're definitely going to do it more than every 2 months. Maybe a month or every 6 weeks. Well, it depends, Like after this, we're planning to have a members-only meeting, which, who knows, it might be the same exact everybody that's here. And we'll have all the charts drawn up, the monthly work schedule, and it'll be a big thing, that we'll write names down. And we'll have the t-shirts by then. We have a little gift bag we're going to give everybody with some goodies in it related to the farm. So we'll do that in 2 or 3 weeks. So then we'll have another one, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna give a tour pretty soon. Okay, Brian, anything you want to say? This is Brian Quant, the owner of this fine property.
It's not all my fault. I've got a wife.
Yes, where is she?
I didn't do it.
Where is Valerie?
I don't know. Oh, there she is, right there.
Okay.
And the food's really good, and I'm glad to see the kids making use of the pond.
Yep. Hey.
Hi.
Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. We were distracted from this cute little What kind of dog is that?
He's a Papillon.
Uh-oh, they're
Wow.
taking things off of the tree. That'll bark. They're taking those off.
What? Oh,
Coconuts.
holy moly. Who is that child?
That's Cody.
That's Cody? He
That
looks
would be
small.
Cody.
Are they all ready?
I don't know, but I'm going to leave that up to Cody.
What is
Cody's getting coconuts for the kids.
you're gonna go for coconut?
Okay.
He's up there getting coconuts. He's into the wild harvest.
Wow, look at that.
Was he able to climb up there? Did you figure that out?
He was just up there.
Was he really?
Yeah. No, Cody's good like that.
Okay. Brian and Valerie, the other owner of this fine property. We're documenting this.
Are you doing everybody so we can put a name to a face?
Yep, Valerie Quant. Had to get your name tag in.
Red hot
There we
smoking
go.
wife.
Okay. Wonderful. Wow.
And there's one lady over there. She said she wanted to make sure you got her on camera.
Which one? Debbie? I gotta go find her.
The one with the
I'll be
orange
right-
shirt.
Yes, that's the one. Where is she?
Yeah, Stero Deliciosa.
Oh, this? Oh, I wouldn't call this an orange.
She got on
Okay. Are you Debbie?
No, I'm Terry.
Oh, Terry.
No, I'm Terry. I'm the one that was emailing you constantly. And
Sanders?
walked out without the right sandals on.
Oh, all right. You know what? There's another woman here with a cane, and I said, there they are. And I said, oh, you got your shoes on. And she said, yeah, I managed to get them on, but I thought that was you.
No, I can almost reach my left foot now. If I just
Okay.
really, I can almost.
What happened?
I got my left hip replaced 7.5 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So, and I really can walk without the cane, but it's all uneven, so I'm trying to.
You wanted to be on the camera?
I didn't want to be on the
Oh,
camera.
who did you say wanted to be?
I was joking.
Oh, but there's another person here. There she is. I'll be
See
right
you
back.
later.
Thank you. Okay. Hello.
Small things.
Debbie?
Yes.
Okay, I was looking for you. Don't mind this, all right? I'm just documenting it. But no, oh, you're the one with the dog. See, I noticed your dog before I noticed
isn't
you.
that the truth?
All right, so excellent. You made it.
We made it, and
Yeah, who's in your group?
okay, I brought Judy, which
Yes. All right, I gave
you'll
her.
never believe we run into each other on the beach every morning and every evening.
Wow.
And I'm talking to her on the phone, and making arrangements to come down here. And I'm like, "Are you the Judy that we see at the beach all the time?" And she's like, "You're Debbie with Sparky." What a small world.
Wow. So how many other people came with you?
Well, and then my neighbor Krista, and then Harry. Hello. This is
Hi.
Krista. And do you know where Harry got to? He's over there speaking with the young lady.
Oh, so you already filled in the membership stuff? Or?
No.
Not yet. Okay, I'm going to give a talk on that.
Okay, I want to make sure that we get enough people so that we could carpool down.
Okay, right.
Because it's a little bit too far to drive.
I think there's another woman who I didn't give you her name.
No, we just
Yvonne.
met these guys
Okay.
from Palm Bay,
Okay.
which is close enough to carpool.
All right.
So, yeah.
You
This
guys
is
could
Joy.
carpool. Hi.
And Vicky.
Vicky, she's got her name tag hidden. All right, great. Excellent. And there's another person, like I said, I think, who's up there. Her name's Yvonne.
Yvonne, okay.
But what was that person's name from Appleseed?
Renee.
Renee, okay.
She didn't make it.
Okay.
She's not that good at answering her.
Okay, so you just didn't get
checking
in
her-
touch with her or anything?
No, I left her a bunch of messages, and she hasn't got them yet, I don't think.
Okay, all right.
So,
Did
yeah.
you have any questions? Like, I'm going to give a talk, but
You're gonna give a talk?
if you had one question you wanted to ask.
Oh my gosh, well, I think I'll just do the talk and then have questions.
Okay,
Because
all
there's
right.
like a million questions.
Okay, you want just throw one out.
Just throw one out. Where all is the farm? I thought it was
Okay, good question. Actually, oh boy, in this field down here, way down there, you can't see it on this film, but where the pigs and the chickens were, they're preparing a row, but that row won't be ready till the spring because you have to wait 120 days after fresh manure.
Okay.
And
Local harvest. And
across the street by the store, that field is already ready with manure that has been there for a year, I believe.
Okay.
And so first we were thinking it would be over here, But the pigs are actually doing the tilling and the rooting and the weeding.
I read that in your email.
Yeah,
and I'm just
you
like,
got to go see them. Did you go close to them?
We didn't go that close.
You got to see how effective they are. They get down about 8 inches in the dirt. And they get all the roots and all the weeds and everything. Yeah. Who would have known that pigs eat grass? I didn't really know that.
So they're actually they're eating
That's
the roots.
Nature's tiller, you know. So, but then, you know, they're taking a little longer than we thought. They moved that pen where they're in one length a day. They moved that pen one length a day, and it's just taking a little bit longer. So we'll start across the street. But back here in this corner, which we're going to do a walk. See, it's hard with a big group like this for me to give tours because there's people in the front who will be able to hear me. But what I'm going to do is get a megaphone.
Okay.
It just hasn't come in yet.
Just hasn't happened yet.
And because people don't all walk at the same pace, and somehow we'll try to do that.
It's so big. How many acres?
20 acres. 20 acres. But that's going to be our permaculture garden section. Around this is going to get filled in.
This is a permaculture place.
This is going to get filled in with all kinds of, like a forest garden, really. I mean, we just planted about 15 trees, but there's going to be more than that. And they're all different fruit trees. In fact, we'll get started on that tour. I have that shoe.
Do you have the shoe?
All right, so I'll be right back with
nice
that tour. You too. Hi.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Oh, okay. Did you have any questions?
No,
I mean,
I'm
going
excited
to
to hear.
do a tour.
I was just talking to Taylor about and I'm going to ask him to. He's going to hopefully meet me out of my house this week, and we're going to start working on doing some stuff in my yard.
How long is he here for?
He's leaving in a couple days, but he comes back and forth.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if maybe he'd changed his plans and was.
I love that though. It's one of those deals. You know how so many things that just like was. I just sat there going, "This was meant to be." I was just working on that earlier today.
The CSA?
Well, no, I'm thinking
about
the
permaculture?
This. Yes.
Yeah, it's the hot new future way of gardening. Hi.
And see, you're going to start everyone in town's going to be talking.
Yeah, that's what this is for. We're
major.
documenting it as it occurs.
I love it.
Yeah. See?
And you have a really nice, good variety of different people from different places.
And very intelligent people in this group. There's a lot of talent and
really cool.
intelligence.
You'll be able to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. See, we're trying to get to know people, one-on-one, which is what that survey was for, and then this is even helping.
I had the very hardest time answering the question about your God-given talents. I was like,
Did I get any?
I don't believe I was given any of those.
Well, you seem like a good speaker.
Well, I'm a lawyer, so it's...
Oh, see? I could tell that right off the bat. All right. Hi, I don't see a name tag on you.
I didn't get a name tag. I'm Joy Oler.
Okay, let's go back to this table. I'll be there in a minute.
Guys!
Did I already do you?
My papers.
Okay, all right. I'm just getting the...
I found Harry right here.
Oh, he came with you too?
Yes.
Just hold on one second. Actually, let me get this guy Mark to help you.
Okay, I just wanted to... We were leaving and I wanted to...
Oh, you're leaving?
That's what it was.
All right, I'll be right there. Come on with me. All right, so you're going to miss our tour.
In the van.
You're going to miss the tour.
Oh, that stinks.
I know, but
My 3-year-old and my 2-year-old are asleep in the van.
Oh, they are? Parked
my
right up
husband's
here?
with them. I didn't leave them alone.
Are you parked up in the upper section? All right, well, maybe I can, I don't know. Did you see the pigs and the chickens?
Yes.
Okay, well, they're doing their tilling and rooting. And, all right.
Let's see.
Okay,
These are my
so.
papers.
Okay.
I wanted you to have all the... This is a check.
I'm documenting this process, so this is part of the process is the paperwork. All right. You have to leave?
Well, no, but I've heard more than a few people saying that they want to.
Okay.
Kind of. Is she going to start soon?
All right. Let's do that. Where's Mark?
Picture of this?
Okay. I know you gotta go.
Do you have a membership agreement?
Yes. They might all be
Wow,
gone.
that one's very wet.
Oh, maybe.
It was in the water.
Can you?
You got to get this.
Climbing a coconut tree.
Mommy,
There you got to get that.
Can you find Mark? You know Mark?
Mark is in the water. He sent me over here.
Oh, he did? For what?
The membership agreement.
Oh, oh, I see. Where?
Good shot. I figured you'd want that,
Wow. Okay, I gotta stop this and do some business, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it on?
Yep, just look in that thing.
Okay.
All right, so The two things we want to accomplish today are for the new people who have never been here before. I want to give you a chance to understand what's happening here. Raise your hands if you've never been here before. And, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people. Okay, so...
I've never been here before.
15. Actually, there's another. All right, so for you people and everybody else, because a lot of times I've given some different talks as we've toured, and not everybody's been able to hear everything that's been said. So I'll kind of just repeat the vision that we have here and what we're trying to do, and also give you a chance to ask any questions as a group, and everybody can hear what everybody else is asking and get your questions answered and provide answers. Now that we've all got your money, it really doesn't matter what I say, right? we take the money first, and then we answer your questions second. You know. Okay, so I'll just start out with that. And then the second thing we want to do is give you a tour and show you what's been happening on the farm. For example, this area of the farm, and while we're here today, is going to be our permaculture area. Back there, we'll go on a little walk, and we'll show you the different fruit trees that we planted now. There's about 15, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
And
we have more.
Yeah, and more are constantly coming. We have a member with us, Taylor here. Raise your hand, Taylor. Taylor is somebody who's going to be working down in Homestead, Miami area for the next 6 months and learning the different trees and how they're growing them down there, because actually the zone that we're in now has just moved up a notch, and we're now gone from a 9B to a 10A, and that's only going to continue. So we're actually able to probably have good results with a lot of trees that in the past we weren't able to. And these fruit trees, even though they're very young now, you know, which is an advantage because they're less expensive to buy, a lot of them will be producing in 2 or 3 years. And eventually, you know, even they'll get bigger, and from then on. And we're going to add to this all the time. And this permaculture concept is to kind of create a forest garden the way that nature does it in the forest. Things don't have to be replanted, and they naturally self-perpetuate. And as leaves drop and different clippings happen with the grass and all that, the soil just improves and uppens is the term they use. Instead of having to deepen the soil with tilling or other methods, the soil increases by adding layers up and getting richer and richer. And then we'll put, you know, the vegetables that like to climb on vines, you know, we'll use the trees, and they'll be climbing up the trees. And that's the permaculture concept, is to do things as naturally as possible without having to just barren a field and then plant what you can, and then that's dead, and then you plant another batch, and then that's dead. You know, that way in the future, you know, doesn't keep adding anything. So this is our experiment, which is only going to improve. And the longer that you stay with the CSA, which we plan to continue it for many years, you know, we'll all be gaining the benefits of all these fruit trees. And in the meantime, you can gain the experience of understanding how these fruit trees grow, what they are, because we're going to label them and educate you on them and show you the adult pictures of these trees, and we'll give you samples of what the fruit tastes like ahead of time, so you get excited about what is being planted out there. So that's something we'll do today, is go around and just show you all these trees. And then also around the barn there, which is the home of Valerie and Brian here, if anybody's not familiar, which I guess 15 of you might not be, these are the owners. Just give a little wave there. Yes, they've been kind enough to host this CSA on their property, and they very much enjoy people, so they're really putting a lot of effort into making this nice for you, cutting all this large area of grass and getting all this ready, and allowing us to do this. So we definitely owe them a huge round of applause. Let's because not all farmers are people friendly, you know. Not all farmers want to talk to the people. They just want to work with their vegetables. But this couple here, they are really an exception. They absolutely love people, and they're thrilled to have as many people as possible coming out as often as possible, any time of the day or night.
Oh yeah, we're always here. Sure, just knock on the door. Come on, let yourself in.
Yeah.
We don't get a key?
Yeah. So, you know, all these potlucks and stuff will only get better because we'll all get to know each other. And this is something that's missing from society now, is this kind of community involvement. And, you know, so we're going to have movies, we're going to show DVDs that are educational. Like one of them, for instance, is about the process of how farming, the history of farming, and what happens to the farmers, and how many of them have been put out of business because of the large, you know, commercial growing rules or whatever it is, and have gone to these CSA situations to survive. And we have a great DVD that shows that whole process from before they had tractors, when there were horses doing all the work, and then going into the Depression time when farms were going out of business, and many are being put out of business now. This is, you know, becoming an extinct species, farming for yourself. As you know, many of the fruits and vegetables are coming from all over the world now, you know, and that's increasing the problems of transportation and costs and oil and things like that. So getting back to locally grown, organic farming that's going to help nurture the environment, make it better, make it prosper. And we're going to do this the right way. We're going to have different ways of doing this. We're going to experiment with different methods and learn which ways work best for Florida and for the soil we have and different plants that are available. And then hopefully the goal is that we're going to become a show place for many other people who want to do this in their areas, you know, nearby, and spread this out. And things like this video here, you know, we'll show, okay, this is what it looked like when we started. And we do have another DVD to show you something about similar situations. It's about permaculture in India and Australia and Arizona, and places where the soil was just barren and hard as rock and cracked, and how there was nothing there, and in 2 years they had this thriving, incredibly rich garden soil. So it's amazing to imagine it, but it is happening. And this is a new way of doing things on our planet to help the environment, to help people, instead of growing food that you're going to ship far across the world. Just what we need in our area, get you off of the system of having to, you know, be dependent on the stores and whatever genetically modified things are happening with the food, which is absolutely becoming a huge health crisis. And we'll also do other food classes in here, teaching you recipes and what ingredients you should be using, you know, for people who still have confusion about what does the food you're eating actually do inside your body and what you should be eating, and, you know, break away from the pack of society. Start being different, going against the current, separating yourself, and that's what this is also about. So there's a lot of education that's going to occur during this year. And we also want to give you an example of a model backyard garden. We're going to work on that, and you can copy that at home, because some of you have property at home. And you know, you can be using your property, but maybe you just don't know how to get started. You don't know what kind of plan to do, or, you know, and just to get you even planting that one tomato plant, or, you know, whatever. We'll give you a sample, and maybe as we do it, you will even be able to hand out little seedling plants that you can take home and plant. And because the idea isn't for you to become dependent on this location and this farm. The idea is for you to learn how to do this. If you do have land available near you, then start copying stuff, you know, whatever you can. But a lot of us don't have the opportunity to have this size area for this many trees, you know, that we can fit in our own property. And the other advantage to doing this as a group is that you're not responsible solely. You know, you come home from work, you don't want to take care of those weeds that are starting to pop up, you know, you stop watering, plants start dying, you just neglect the garden.
Well, this is more like going to the gym. When you have a gym membership, you have other people to go there with, you're more likely to do it.
Like an aerobic class, when you're doing a garden class. You're not doing it by yourself. And, you know, a lot of people in our group have a lot of experience and knowledge and talent and are very creative. we have a very high quality group among us, and not everybody is here today. There's a lot of people that are not here today. So,
how many people do we have? I'm scared to ask.
how many people?
I counted 85.
85 memberships?
No, I counted
people
85
here.
people.
Yeah, we always seem to have about 85 for these potlucks, but that's not like 85 shares. But we probably have 50 shares at least, maybe more.
Are these all working shares?
Yeah. So, yes, the majority, the huge majority, absolutely. There's
Okay.
only like a few, like
Okay.
one.
I have to ask. We have. I just have to ask.
Okay, Brian.
I can't help
wait,
myself.
I have to say one more thing about Brian before he gives his speech.
It's not a speech.
No. Okay, now Brian and Valerie, they have chosen this lifestyle because they absolutely love it here, right? Even though he's going to tell you the realities about farming, this is what you've chosen to do out of your. I mean, it's just peaceful to be on this property with the animals. I didn't even talk about the animals, you know, the baby goats, the baby sheep, the baby pigs, the baby ducks that were born just a week or so ago. But it is a lot of hard work, he's going to tell you. But as a group, see, we'll spread this all out, and we'll all be able to encourage each other, and it won't be as hard as he's going to tell you. But go ahead.
Well, anyway.
Nice introduction.
Well, first of all, I was going to thank everybody for feeding me dinner tonight because that was really nice. So for everybody who brought food, and I think that was everybody, thank you. Anyway, yeah, and no, it's not all hard work. You know, we wouldn't have put the pond in if it was all about work. We want to have some fun, and it does my heart good to see the kids out here playing and splashing around and all that. But I do feel the need to ask right off the bat. I mean, you have to really ask yourself if you're ready to be a working part of working in the garden, keeping in mind that, you know, as we sit here and the sun sets and the evening breeze blows, it's very pleasant.
A good time to work.
A good time to work. It's a good time to get things done if your schedule permits it. There's going to be times when it's going to be hot. There's going to be fire ants.
Wait, I just have to say something about the heat. You might not like the heat, but just know that it's kind of like being in a natural sauna, which
good
people
for you,
pay a
really.
lot of money for that because you sweat those toxins out of your body. So appreciate that heat. Just, you know, have coverage where you need it, but don't resist the heat. Like,
well, remember too, the CSA is the real work doesn't really start until about October.
That's right.
And it does start to cool down.
It'll cool off by then, hopefully.
And then,
So
of
it's
course,
not going to be quite as bad.
and jump in the beautiful pond anytime. All right, go on.
It's wonderful.
But anyway, what I was going to suggest is that, you know, I mean, I think everybody ought to be included, and I certainly think that's wonderful. But I have a feeling there's some people that might be happier being non-working members than working members. So just be honest and ask yourself, I mean, do you like cutting the grass? Do you like trimming the bushes? Do you like pulling weeds? Can you really physically do it? There's no shame in saying I'm really not cut out for this, but in my opinion, we just need to figure out right away and be honest about it, who's really ready to do this. There's a lot of jobs out here that are interesting, and I think there's a lot of people that are here because they're interested in organic farming. That's great, but after you do it a time or two, it's not so interesting anymore, but it still needs to be done. And we need to make sure that, you know, when things need to be done, that they're going to get done. Okay?
Who's going to handle the organization?
And just also know,
good question,
as you're working and doing heavy lifting, if that's necessary, or digging or moving a wheelbarrow or something, that you're building muscles and toning, and you're going to get stronger. And you know what? When you get strength from gardening and being independent and having the knowledge to grow your own food, you're going to become self-empowered. And for some of you, you know, that might be a new feeling, but there's nothing like, you know, knowing that you're getting stronger and being capable and knowing what to do. And a lot of us, knowledge of gardening is not a prerequisite for this, because we want to teach you, we want to educate you, and, you know, as I said, self-empowerment is something that will happen if you stick with it. It's just you know, there is an example, like he said, about going to the gym, you know, but this is going to be more fun than the gym. You're going to be
a lot like the gym.
You're going to be in fresh air. Yeah, like an aerobic class, you know, you might be like struggling in that class.
It's like the gym, but with ants.
Good point. You do need to wear like boots or socks and sneakers, not any shoes without socks, because you know, ants are around. So
Please come out here in clothes that you can really work in and really get dirty in.
And gloves.
And you know, whatever you think you
And
need
hat.
to really do something.
And
you
water.
know.
We're going to try to provide water, but one bottle of water is not enough for 2 hours, depending on when you work. You know, we're going to we'll arrange it based on your answers today, early morning or like late afternoon like now, but sometimes there might be some reason that we're out here in the hottest part of the day, and you know, maybe we'll invest in one of those big water things, but come prepared anyway, so that's not something you're saying, oh, I'm so thirsty. All I brought is this one bottle, right, Taylor?
Who's getting about the organization of the signing, the jobs?
Well, we're working on that now. We had in your survey, we asked you what was your favorite things to do, you know, just to get an idea of your preferences, what you naturally prefer to do as far as weeding, watering, planting, tilling was in there. And what we'll do after today's answers that we got on these new things you filled out, when we arrange the work schedule, which we're going to do on a big monthly calendar, like a giant one, as big as like I can find at Office Depot. And we'll spread you out so that the gardening needs are going to get met at least every other day. You know, it depends what you answered there, and we'll do it accordingly. But I'm thinking like Tuesday, Thursday, and maybe Saturday and Sunday as working days, so that every other day there's somebody looking at the vegetables, seeing, you know, if they need weeding or watering, and we don't let more than one day go by that nobody has checked them for watering purposes especially.
And will you also post it online? So
Yeah,
if you have a board here,
yeah, we'll put the schedule online. If you haven't yet met Mark, raise your hand. Mark is our computer expert. He just loves having problems like that to solve.
Well, that's fun. I should put that.
No, I'm serious. He really does. He designed our website. What?
But do you think you want to go ahead and do it where Saturday is kind of the big day?
You don't want Sundays?
Sundays are fine.
Because we'll see what people put and what needs to happen. But if we didn't put Sunday down as an option, then we'd have Sunday and Monday with nobody here. And I just didn't think that was good.
Make a point that we may not always be available.
Yeah. Well, I think what we want to do, correct me if I'm wrong, but my idea anyway, have it so that at least during certain times, you know that there's going to be someone around that can tell you what to do. So in other words, if the average member just wants to show up, hopefully with their boots and their hat and their gloves, whatever they need, their water, and they say, okay, I'm here, I got 2 hours, what can I do for you? That there's someone here to say, good, I'm glad you're here. Come over here and, you know, here's how you know.
Yeah, let me explain. Brian and Valerie are hosting the property, and they will be doing things, but they don't want to be responsible for our gardening, you know, needs and efforts.
Yeah, keep in mind we got 30 acres here,
okay,
and we got how many people? 50 in the 50 signed up?
50 shares.
50
See, with all your
shares.
families, that amounts to like 150 people.
So we'll have 150 people to take care of this behind the pond and a 1 acre garden.
Yeah, so even if, you know, you just get 1 hour.
So that's 3 acres, and for 150 people, me and Val will be taking care of the rest of the place. Okay? So.
Yeah, so they have already a full schedule, and they, like I said, they don't want to be responsible. But initially, you know, I'll try to be here as much as possible as we get things started and going, and help you know what you should do, and then you'll quickly, you know, get in that routine, and we'll divide things up a certain way initially, and we'll have you working in groups of whatever. We divide everybody up. That's what we need to count up today. And initially, my thought is that you'll start out working with a certain team, let's just say, doing whatever is, you know, your shift. Let's call it your shift. But then maybe next month, we'll split that team up, you know, according to what you said your available times are, just so you get a chance to work with different people, you know, as many different people as possible. And then after we've gone through all the different combinations of teams, Then if you want to say, okay, well, I really liked working with this person the best, you know, not that you want to maybe, you know, whatever your reasons are. Everybody you might have a certain sync with a certain bunch of people, and you know, working will be a pleasure because you'll be talking and having things in common. So we'll find out what combinations are going to work best for you. That's all for your choices. But initially that's how we'll do it. But we'll be, you know, and some people, you know, you definitely want to work with, of course, your family and your friends, you know, and we'll adjust for that as well.
Not necessarily.
But also, okay, so what's going to happen,
I don't want to do that for.
Yeah. But what's going to happen also is some people are going to rise to the top of, you know, having more knowledge or more drive to do this. They want to, you know, really get into it, and they'll become maybe like a, you know, a
team captain.
Yeah, like a team captain or a shift captain, let's call it a shift leader. And we'll be delegating, you know, so that, you know how any group situation or companies, you know, we have different levels of people who just want to be told what to do, people who want to tell people what to do, and, you know, that kind of thing. So depending on, you know, who rises to the top, like shifting cream or something like that.
Have you figured out how you're going to do the distribution? Where, when?
You mean as far as besides this location?
Is there going to be another location besides
If people are willing who live further away, and we also got your mileage today, and that will be helpful for reasons such as, you know, if we really need somebody to run over to do something and you said you were available and you're only a mile away, no. You know, that'll be helpful to know, okay, who's the closest, who can get there and do that kind of thing. So for distribution purposes also though, if you're further away and you want a pickup site, which a lot of people do, they only want to come here once a month, do their 4 hours all at once, we'll categorize people according to where you live, how far away, and then it would really be up to you guys, you know, who's willing to do that. Maybe you take it, you switch that around, you know, one person does it one week, the next week somebody else does it differently. So that will actually be up to you, but we'll categorize it for you according to who lives that far away.
How about if we could get a site?
That's true. If somebody knows a location, that would be willing to do that, you know. And we are gonna, in a couple of weeks after we get this sorted out, and now we got your requests for t-shirt sizes and colors and things, we'll be ordering group shirts so we all know who's allowed. No, that's just a gift for you. And we're gonna have the gift bags that I mentioned a long time ago that you're probably like, what happened to those gift bags, you know? We are gonna actually have those ready for you. And we're gonna have a group-only meeting. I mean a members-only meeting, the next meeting, which will be maybe 3 weeks, I'm thinking, just to make sure we get those things in. And then we'll be able to show you the schedule. You'll get your gift bag. We'll have started the planning session.
We'll have one T-shirt per membership, and then we're going to have others available if, you know, you have group memberships and you want additional.
Yeah, the share comes with a free T-shirt. So if you want any extra ones, you might want to tell us that now, you know, so we can order them for you, or you can just wait and see what it looks like, and you know, we'll have some extras. But and then the next step. Did someone have a question?
Yeah, is this a non-profit organization?
This is not an official non-profit organization. We are not.
I'm in it for the money.
We're not doing paperwork based on that at all. What we're doing, what my idea was, and this is based on experience I had in a CSA last year that was in Fellsmere. She had a certain membership price of $18 a week and had found that that was not enough to cover the cost that she was incurring. So she was going to have it again this year at $22 a week. And I thought, you know, if we lowered ours to $15, we'd probably get a lot more people who were able to comfortably envision paying that amount. And because of the quantity of people, we wouldn't have the same issue that she had with fewer people charging more money. We have more people charging less money. And we have this, we're going to be putting it in account as needs arise. And we'll be able to get creative, like with these trees and different things we're going to be growing and use. I mean, they want it. Let me just tell you some of their plans. Not that this necessarily has to do with the CSA money, but They want to put a zip line that goes from the palm tree out to the grass, or from the grass, a tower.
I want to bring back the drive-in movie theaters. I think we lost a lot when we lost drive-ins, you know? If I can get a hold of one of them little things that shoots the DVD up, we'll pick a wall of the barn here, and
right?
you know, I mean, we're gonna have some fun someday out here.
Yeah,
you know,
so they want to build a rock climbing wall, but again, you know, that's not part of the CSA. That's your benefit, though. And he also wanted me to tell you there is a gym inside the barn. You do come with a free gym membership.
Right downstairs there. It's. I got to move some auto parts around, but it's.
But if you're working naturally, you'll gain all those different muscles instead of just working one set, you know, of one kind. But after your shift is over, you are welcome to go in there. We don't want you to use all your energy up in there. But also in this section right here where you see these black trays and stuff stacked up, the newest plan for that area is to build an arbor there. And we're going to have passion fruit climbing all over that arbor, and a mist
house inside.
A mist house inside, and we're going to grow earthworms underneath there and use the worm composting because they need kind of a shady area. And wasn't there another part of it?
Starter plants.
Oh, and starter plants.
Shady greenhouse area for starting things.
Yeah, so that will be right in that location there. And as we collect seedlings and seeds from different fruit trees, even, you know, when we're going around to Miami and tasting all these other ones, we're collecting the seeds and planting those, you know, and I mean, it's just going to multiply. And
didn't you say Lee from the Rare Fruit Council is going to help us too?
We've already been to see him several times, and he's at this point we've maxed out his information. But as we get more trees and we have more questions, you know, they're very absolutely willing, very talkative.